What is up, everybody? Welcome to Sandlot Gaming's Dungeons and Dragons, where we're rolling through the Tomb of Annihilation module in Dungeons and Dragons 5e. We left off last week with our fighter, our very brave fighter, down in a pit, suddenly surrounded by 4 giant golems, and we got to figure out a way to save him. This is our 27th episode into this module. We are approaching we are in the city of Omu looking for what is causing the death curse. There is a lich, we're pretty sure, that is causing it. And we've got to find 9 cubes and bring those apparently to him. For some reason, we're not sure. We're not very good at this. We're noobs, but we're going to try to find as many cubes as we can. Find the lich, kill the lich, save the world. So anyway, in our party, we have a fighter, a druid, a wizard, a monk, and a bard. And our bard is currently having some power issues at his house. He lives in the sticks of Tyson's, Virginia, so not a lot of internet there apparently. But that said, let's jump into the chat and see what everybody's doing. Probably listen to Hillers talk a lot.
Paul is the name of the movie.
Paul.
Here.
What's wrong with Rogers?
He was just limping. These went down to the ground.
There he goes. Fantastic.
Knee,
right.
maybe.
Yep. Done for the year. There goes my quarterback.
All right, hey,
quarterback ever.
So by the unanimous consent of both voters,
Yay!
Jazen is MVP for last week.
I decided.
Come on, guys.
Voting. I might as well start voting.
This is America. This is where we vote at least a 40% rate. So let's do this. Come on.
Nope.
I think we're above that.
I'm fine with the current
We're
system.
about there.
I'm fine with the
Hillers.
current system of me voting.
Yeah.
For me
So,
every week.
Well, again, you need one person backup because I'm no longer counting a single vote. So at least 2 votes.
We're the worst. Guys, it doesn't take long, really.
So at least 2 people have to vote, and there have to be at least 2
Can I
votes
game
for the
the
winner.
system? Can a man game the system?
He has a sword.
Is this not the American electoral system?
I mean, seriously, is this not America?
Don't make me implement an electoral college system on top of you guys.
Uh-oh.
I want to be a super voter.
I'd like to be a super delegate.
I nominate myself as the one delegate.
I called Anthony and I'm like, Hillers and Merrill voted for Hillers. Who do you want to actually win, Anthony? And he just tells me who actually wins.
He would choose Steve because he's short-sighted and doesn't realize who actually
Troy,
won that fight.
How do you feel about Anthony's
Steve is
request
dead.
that if the wacky one
Whatever.
rolls,
You're short-sighted.
and we have to call him in the middle of the night?
Look, that's no skin off my back. So if he wants to get that call,
So if I roll
Constant WhatsApp rings.
just proclaim that if I roll 69, like it's
69. All right. Let's do it.
If it rolls a 69, we call Anthony in the middle of the night. That's the perfect wacky one. I love that.
That's a fantastic
Anthony has to
rule.
pick an effect.
Sorry, Anthony. A bet's a bet, buddy. I mean, I don't know what you want us to
Sorry,
do. Yeah.
Well, I
We
told
rolled
him.
it.
Well, I mentioned in the chat, I was like, look, you have to make sure that like whoever phone number calls you gets through your like do not disturb, right?
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it.
Get this. Yeah.
Okay,
All of a sudden,
yes,
this frog
let's.
creature arrives and just does nothing because Anthony doesn't wake up. Sits there.
We have a 5-minute reaction time on that, so.
All right. So Nick's typing something. He was briefly in Discord audio. He's out now, so we'll see. We'll get started without him though. Jason, why don't you give us the recap?
All right, so we spent, I want to say about an hour messing around with the frog puzzle of Kubazan the Frog Hemoth. He says to use Squawk as a playable character. We'll
No,
figure that out later.
doesn't work that way. Spock is not present until
He has a sword.
Nick arrives.
He has a
He's
sword.
got a mace.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, he dropped a mace. Right. Okay, so we spent about an hour messing with that puzzle. We finally figured it out. It was fairly basic after all, but we got it. We got the cube. We picked a path through the city and wandered over to one of the next most temple-like looking buildings.
It's his left knee. It's his left knee. He's out for the year, Rogers. And
Oh my God! Really?
Probably. No, not for sure, but prediction. Sorry.
Oh,
Anyway,
no.
sorry to interrupt.
No, that's horrible news.
But it's not news yet. It's just my prediction.
Anyway, I can't continue. No, I thought. Well, we went and found the next most temple-like looking building.
Yep.
Whereupon Squawk went and bothered some kittens that turned out to be baby monsters.
I love how he's not here this week to get back on that one.
Yeah, to answer for his crimes.
For his crimes. Right. You don't bother things. We're in the hell zone. Everything is the worst. What is it going to take for him to know?
In the hell zone.
Yes, they did, Andrew. Or Andy, sorry. So we fought the jaguar
Chicken
snakes with some pretty severe repercussions. They were kind of putting us in it for a long time while half the party was asleep. We in between the jaguar snakes and the temple, we sighted and made contact with a little frogman, a grung. Is that correct?
It is a grung. Yes.
He's a
he was
grung. Yeah.
You're a
he,
grung.
Assisted us in the fight. When the stabbier half of the party woke up, the panthers and snakes were dispatched. We went around to the front of the temple. The frogman left us, and you'll have to help me here, Troy, with the names. But he gave me something.
Yes.
I don't remember what it was.
Was it? He filled your canteen with tadpoles.
Yes.
Yeah, that part I remember, but I feel that's not as significant.
No,
But he
that
also
was
gave
pretty
me
much it.
No, there was another thing. He gave me a thing. What's in my inventory that I need to add to it? I didn't get it last
I
time.
think that was the only thing he gave you.
That was pretty much
No,
it.
oh, okay. Okay, and then he referred me to which member of his tribe?
Does nobody remember?
Some war chief that only respects the best fighter.
Yeah.
Which was me. He sent me to.
Go ahead and roll a intelligence check.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, that's not my.
That's
bag.
not his bag.
And somebody got a
This
cast.
is what you get for voting for yourself.
Somebody gets a cast of what happened last week, right? So I can just go back and listen to it.
It's not posted yet, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason doesn't seem to remember.
Yikes.
Okay, well, I'll be listening to that cast.
There's
then.
some frog that wants to talk to you. Yeah.
But Jason's memory will be jogged sometime after this fight about the grung that would like to assist us. They're apparently against the current evil regime here in the village. He then left us. We moved into this temple, which is Shigambi's temple. And I think wisdom is the associated statistic, according to the graffiti and whatnot that we've seen thus far for Shigambi. But I did not pay attention to that and unwisely walked right down into this gladiatorial pit where I felt like I was somewhat at home, and then was promptly attacked by four? You said four of these clay fighter statues. I am below. I think I am the only one. Some of us are still out of the temple, I believe, and others are just nearly in. So.
That's right.
Did I miss any major
No,
points?
I think that was good.
Okay.
So so as Jason stepped into the room, he felt the floor underneath of him depressed by just a bit, by maybe half an inch to an inch. As he did that, the gate at the other end of the pit that he's in shot up. These gladiators started to stomp out from the tunnel behind that gate. One of which is about to emerge, and we will go ahead and roll for initiative.
Huzzah. Oh, in a totally sort of related, unrelated thing, I'm getting a couple new sets of dice, and I will be rolling those.
Dice cam.
Right.
Dice cam is necessary. Yep.
No,
You gotta cam it.
It'll have the cam. Don't worry.
Picks or it didn't happen.
Of course, I'm gonna actually have the camera.
That's
pointed
our
out.
law. That is our law.
There we go.
Yeah, you need new dice, turns out. Jeez.
Yep. Not doing well here.
I've got a set of copper dice that are pretty good, and they've served me quite well.
Yeah, so these are supposed to be like funky, metallic-y plastic colors. They're coming tomorrow, so we'll see.
Cool.
Pretty baller.
They did not do well on their initiative roll. Good news
Thank
for you.
God.
They didn't do as well as Zigmundo.
Are we? I think that's everybody, right? And then,
So if we die, Nick dies, right?
Yes.
let's see. Squawk is out scouting at the moment, I
Oh,
suppose.
come on.
Someone drags him in and throws him into the.
How
pit.
exactly? How high is he exactly?
He's 37.1.
Okay. Because I thought he said 32.
With my
Can we
dying
not
breath, I
please
placed
get into
the death
this,
curse
for
of
God's
my people
sakes?
upon him.
But if it's in a cone, does it still hit him?
No. Stop it. Just stop
How
it.
about we start focusing on keeping Jason alive rather than killing someone?
Recto, before so here's the way I'll probably, because I said that the
They
gladiators
are carting
so-
Rogers into the locker room.
Oh, boy.
Thank you.
What a terrible day.
Good season, Aaron Rodgers. It was a good season.
All right, so Recto,
So
as
bad.
the first clay gladiator below, you hear it step out of the gate. You see the hands of one of the statues on the floor that you're on that's missing the spear light up. Only one of those statues have lit up. It is your turn.
So as the first gladiator came on,
Yeah, so there's one gladiator in the room with Jazen now. As it stepped out of the gate into that room,
it's
hands
Deshaun
of the-
Kaiser. That's their backup.
Mhm.
Kaiser
the
So-so.
hand- hands of the
Waver!
statue light up.
Okay. So the first one comes on. One of their hands lights up. Which statue is it that lights up? Can you ping it?
Yep. This one.
The northeast. Okay. And that's the front one. The one to the west that has already walked in. Okay. Can I hear the statues come in?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
You don't really know that it's statues, but you can hear kind of
A commotion.
of some sort of bipedal
And
thing
me going,
walking.
I'm under attack!
I'd like to move to here to look down into the pit.
Okay, and you can now see one of these creatures. They're tall. They're over 6 feet tall. Appear to be made out of clay, but the clay is quite solid. So this isn't, this is clay that's been baked, right? It's some sort of pottery-like exterior. Each one's carrying a shield and a spear.
Okay.
And so you see one is in the pit, and then you do see behind that one, you see another one in the hallway, in the doorway, about to step out, and you see two more kind of in the hallway behind it.
How much space is between the bars?
You could slip through. There's
That's not what I asked.
probably about 2 feet.
No! It's good to know. Meryl, don't discard useful information provided to you.
Roughly 2 feet.
2 feet. And how far down is it?
Just about 10 feet, I
Like
think,
10,
or not.
yeah.
10 to 15
Nothing
feet.
for you, Mr. Fall Damage.
Okay.
Maybe alert the party, though.
It's
Sorry.
15 feet.
15 feet down.
Yep.
I would like to alert the party, but there's nobody near me in the party right now, so there's nothing I can do to alert them.
I'm sorry. It's actually 20 feet. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing.
20 feet down. A little more than... So what's my range to the golem right now, then? I know you don't want to do like hypotenuse calculations and stuff like that, but
So
the reason I ask is I have a
consider-
30-foot attack that I can use on it. I'd like to know if I can use
for the
that.
purposes of an attack, that attack is close enough.
All right. Then I would like to Sunbolt the Guardian.
Okay.
Watson just texted me, said the Merrill curse, by the way.
It strikes so early. Why did you have to pick up Roger?
Yeah,
Why?
that's what I do.
Black Widows are back.
Why do you
Yeah.
ruin
The
everything?
good news is I have Ben Roethlisberger as my backup, who just lost to the fucking Browns. So,
Badly. Yeah,
yeah.
like lots of interceptions.
yeah, it was not ugly. It was not pretty. All right, Sunbolt.
God damn it.
The Sunbolt flies through the air, and the Guardian brings up its shield and deflects the Sunbolt off of it into the wall behind to its side.
Okay, great. AC plus 15. Nice. Where is the rest of the party?
And there's the turnover.
I'm outside.
Sunbolt again.
So that does hit. So it impacts the Guardian. It kind of staggers for a moment. And yeah, so it will take 6 damage.
And then I'm gonna stop my turn at that point.
Okay. All right. So Turna looks over to Zigmundo and says, "Did you hear that? I think something might be happening inside. Should we
I'm
take a
screaming.
look?"
I'm screaming that I'm under attack because I always do when under attack.
So
Because you're a big
one ever
pansy.
listens, but I-
Because you're the best fighter who's a big pansy.
Because I'm trying to raise battle awareness. Like a good general.
All right.
Well,
Hearing
okay.
nothing from
I've
Zigmundo,
never
she decides,
answer her, but I would like to also like know if I can lean in at this moment. Like, will you allow me to figure it out?
to lean in.
Or like lean in to hear if anything's going on. 'Cause
You can kind of. Well, so you have heard what Rector heard. So you hear some sort of shouting from Jazen. You probably can't quite make up the words, but you hear some level of panic in his voice. You heard you probably heard less the footsteps of the things, but you probably did hear the mechanical of the gate rising up rapidly and some sort of thud as it slammed into the recessed alcove above it.
Plus, we did come in to investigate. Not for
Well,
nothing.
Zigmundo did
Yeah.
not.
I
Well,
did
yeah.
not. I
But I mean, as a
safely on
party.
course. Yeah, I go, I think I heard a sound so good.
So she rushes in, kind of takes a look around, sees Recto peering down into the pit. She peers down as well, sees the Clay Gladiator, and she shouts out, "They're under attack! Some sort of automaton
I'm a
Yeah,
automaton.
is going to shoot 2 arrows at it."
Roland, can you turn into 1,000 snakes?
First one does not hit. Second one does hit.
All right,
So
we've
one
done
of the
13
arrows-
damage, boys.
Bounces right
Huzzah!
off of the shell. The second one bounces off as well, but you see a little chunk of the clay get broken off. All right, Jazen.
All right. I would like to take one step back
Okay.
to go into the tunnel so as to minimize the lines of attack against me.
Okay.
And I will. Is it possible for me to set a reaction, but then when something happens, change it? I mean, and here's what I'm talking
You
about.
want a
like-
complex reaction if
well,
then.
so here and
Like a for
so
loop.
you can give me the reeling on this one,
Okay,
but I
yes.
would like if someone attacks me, I would like to sort of attack
Sever
them
it.
back, unless their attack could be blocked by me using my rapier, in which case I'd use my reaction to do that, my dueling master reaction instead. Right, so I can
I see,
envision
yes.
two different ways I might use a reaction. I assume they attack first. If they attack and it misses, I'd like to attack them. If they attack and it's going to hit, and my rapier attack would help, I would like to use the rapier.
I see.
So
I think that this is okay. So I'll go ahead and say for now that it is. So there's a couple things. So what is definitely okay is that just because you've readied your reaction doesn't mean you have to use it.
Yeah.
Right. So just keep that in mind. So if you say I want to do this when this happens, and then the thing happens, you decide, oh no,
okay.
Well, never mind, I'm not doing it anymore.
Within the rules, right? I'll just use my reaction for something else.
You can definitely do that.
Okay.
I think though it's well, so technically you're supposed to ready your reaction during your turn.
Let me ready my action to counterattack, and save my reaction for defense if necessary.
I see. Okay.
How about that?
That is probably the right way to do it.
Yeah, rules lawyering for the win.
It's only because you have a sword.
I've got 2 swords now.
Sever the golem.
Rolling.
Okay, so I can't see Dick inside here, so I'm gonna move up. Do you want to move? You want me to move?
You can.
I'm gonna head here. I'm gonna head here at first.
Okay, or I can move you. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay, still can't see anything. So that was 15. Know if that's a golem or not. I'm gonna move up one more square.
Yep.
Oh, it's turn. Okay. All right. So going back to I couldn't tell what the hell I saw was the gold.
Is it a golem?
ring.
Should I murder it?
Right. So I went 5, 10, 15, 20. So I got 30. Okay, so I'm gonna move over to here.
Okay. And so as you do that, you can look down into the pit below you. You see 20 feet below. You're seeing Jazen just as he's stepping into the hallway to the west, and you see one gladiator marching towards him, coming. He's already in the pit, and you see another one in the doorway behind.
So now I have a question here about placement of spells. So I have a spell I want to cast. It's 20-foot radius. Does all that radius need to remain inside of the map?
No.
No? Okay. I would like to cast from right here. It's going to be 20 up, 20 over. Erupting Earth.
Okay, so why don't you do this? Why don't you tell me the center point that you're planning to use?
So if it's 20 to 20, the center would be right there.
So you want the center point to be here?
Yes, it looks like if I'm measuring that right, that would be 10, 10.
It's a 20-foot radius?
It's a 20-foot.
A 20-foot radius means a 20-foot line from your center point hits
Yes.
me.
No, 20-foot cube. 20-foot cube
Oh. That's
centered
different.
on...
That's a 5-foot line.
So here's the thing, Andy, just so you know, since we haven't really had this come up before.
Okay.
Keep in mind that the map that you're seeing is actually a 3-dimensional map, right? So the clay gladiators are 20 feet below you right now.
Okay.
And the center point that you were just telling me about, that center point does not exist in the pit. Right. So you're trying to place the center point below the floor.
They are below us, correct? They are.
Okay, so you want it to be here, but you want it to be below the floor that you can see.
Basically, I want to block them off with it.
Right.
As best as possible. Now, if that can't be because I'm
Can
down and...
Can you post the spell? Because one of the things that
Yeah. What
I need to see is like, you might have to be able to see the point that you're casting it to.
Yeah, here, let's do this. I don't know why. It looks like my casting is kind of funky.
Yeah, so you cannot cast that spell to take effect below the floor.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not going to do that.
On the sea, on the ground within range. Well, he can see the ground underneath him.
Yes, he could cast this onto a point within that pit.
Yeah, I can
What
cast
we
it
can't
right
do
here,
is
but it's going
cast
to
it
jack us
into
all
a
up.
Right.
kind of hypothetical point.
That would jack me up at least. It wouldn't.
If I
jack
cast it here,
necessarily you up.
it would hit Recto, and and then we're gonna have a
Well,
hard
no,
time
because
getting in there.
Recto,
So,
yourself, and Turna are all 20 foot up.
I'm going to, if that's the case, then I'm gonna remain here, and I'm gonna set a reaction to be able to transform if somebody comes into melee range.
Okay.
Into 1,000 snakes.
All right. Okay, so the first gladiator continues charging forward, walking directly up to Jazen.
Whoa, well that didn't work.
Hello.
So the next one comes into the room, and he will come here.
So as the next one moved in,
Here?
was there a
Yeah.
glow on any statues?
Great question. Great question. So yes, as the next one walked in, this statue, the hands of it began to glow. As
And which
the third one walked in, this one began to glow.
So which one was the next one? The one northernmost or southernmost?
So the first one is in the middle. Second one is in the northernmost, and the third one is the southernmost.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
And a fourth golem walks out and just remains here.
And
So,
then the northwest statue lights up.
all right, and the first golem approaches you, Jazen, and uses its shield and bashes the shield towards you.
Why must we fight? Okay, let's see what he does.
All right,
Nope.
all right. So he turns around and kind of looks a little frustrated as you duck, and he kind of hits the shield up against the wall. So he tries again, and he bashes it towards you. I'll hit.
Okay.
All right.
That will hit.
So go ahead and make your let me see here, because let me go ahead and
That's a
do
strength
this.
save, yeah?
Well, let's go ahead and do this. So you're gonna take 7 damage.
Okay.
And so in terms of order of operations,
Right.
you had a reaction prepared.
I had a reaction to counterattack. But would it not be affected if I was prone or not?
You're right. Yeah, I think we do have to figure out the
Or no,
effect
wait.
first.
It's advantage against me, but it's not necessarily disadvantage on my attack, so it doesn't necessarily matter in
Yeah,
this
so
case.
go ahead and make your strength saving throw.
Okay.
All right, you
Successful.
save. So he bashes down on you, and you kind of like get hunched down a bit, but you push back up. All right, now you have your counterattack.
Counterattack, so an attack action, so that would be at least 2 attacks.
Oh my
And
God.
No, because this isn't a full action, so you've basically prepared like 1 attack.
Well, I readied my action, right? And an attack action for me includes 2 strikes of the sword.
All right, I'll allow it. Yeah.
With no bonus action.
All right, so that does hit.
That does not.
That's right. Yep. All right, and he's gonna try one more time. Shield bash. Doesn't hit. All right. The other gladiator, one of the gladiator to the north, takes his spear and sends it in towards you with
Even
both hands.
with my tunnel cover that I so
Even-
carefully prepared?
So I'll give you partial cover for that,
Okay, thank you.
which is +2 to your AC.
Okay.
So
that'd be a 21.
So he's using 2 hands in this case. He's got his shield slung behind his back.
Some bitch. Okay. Help!
He does it again.
Things are going so badly.
Misses. Does it
Yes, yes. He misses and misses and misses. You're a beast, Jason.
All right.
I'm not a beast.
All right.
I'm dying down here. There's only 2. There's another one yet to come.
Yeah, but
No one has
he can't
attacked.
get to you.
All right, the third one has its shield out and its spear, and it's going to also attempt the shield bash, but it's pretty tough. It's got to kind of do it around the corner, so it's tough. We'll see what he can do.
Yeah, super tough.
Hmm.
Here's my strength throw.
All
I
right,
guess.
so go ahead. Yep, strength saving throw.
Well, there's half my health gone.
We need a fireball in that pit in the worst way.
Oh my god.
All right, so you're in a
Wait.
prone.
What's my inspiration do for me?
It lets you have advantage on a roll.
Why toggle your advantage off? Why do you have advantage on right now?
For this reason, I'll take it.
No, and for this reason, I think we're not going to do it that way. If you want to use your inspiration, you can re-roll.
Roll again.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Ah,
Packers are
look at
going to
that.
lose by 50 points tonight.
All right.
It's gonna be not good.
Okay, he's going to try another shield bash, though.
Of course it is.
Oh,
I need help, guys. This is
All right,
not
so
good.
take 8 damage
I
and
can't take all this.
make your strength saving throw.
Oh, thank God.
Whew.
Thank God for being so very strong. But I
Alright.
can't take all this. I need,
then
I need
disengage.
And he's going to stick his spear in towards you.
How many attacks do they all have?
All right, and he misses the
Christ.
spear attack. All right,
I
and
need
the third,
healing, and I need help.
all right, and the fourth and final one looks like he's preparing for something, but yeah, doesn't.
Like Woodstock? What is he
Something.
preparing for? I don't know what's...
He seems to be readying, but
Okay.
you don't know for what.
We took a short
But-
rest after the comment.
He's a prepper. Doomsday. He's a doomsday
Do
prepper.
some hit dice. Was that correct?
You did take a short rest, yes.
Excellent. Great. Okay.
Yep. All
Well,
right,
not
so
now you
Mundo.
didn't, but...
No.
After the commandants.
Yes. you
Yeah.
did.
But I didn't need any hit dice then because I didn't lose any life in that fight, which means I got my second win back. So I can disengage and run and second win.
Yeah.
Try to keep alive like one more second.
Mundo, it is your turn.
Huzzah. Okay. So, what happened to the turn order before? I thought I was under Turna, but anyway.
No, you have a 3.
No, you got
You,
3.
you rolled
Yeah,
a 3.
For whatever reason, on my screen it showed up as being like near here. But anyway, okay.
Well, so there was the order that you guys rolled it, and then once you guys are all done rolling, then I'd sort by descending.
Aha. I was not paying that close of attention. All right. What's going on? And so I take
So
a move
bad
back
things. So many bad things.
because fog of war, I can't see shit. So.
Yeah, but you hear screaming and hear the bolts of spells and
Oh yeah.
Ernest shouted that we're under
So-
attack.
So I poke my head in, and I can see a little bit more of disaster.
You can't really see anything. So from where you are right now, all you can see Turna kind of shooting an arrow down into the pit. You can see Roland looking down, and you see.
All I see is rolling. That's all I see. If we're gonna say that if the pit is a thing, then
Actually,
all
no,
I see is
you're
rolling.
seeing Recto. You're only seeing
Recto.
Recto.
My bad. Yes,
Then you see Recto kind of shooting his magic bullets down into the.
They're called sun bolts.
magic bullets. That makes some
Pew fist.
guacamole. Cool. So what I'm gonna do immediately is using the defense staff, and I'm gonna use a charge off of that to cast mage armor on myself. And I can't see nothing, man. I mean, I know.
I
you
know,
won,
I know.
but I have to set this up as a play here. So yeah, so it's exactly what I do. So
It's not a
mage
bad
armor.
RP play. I'm not criticizing. I'm just mourning Jazen's death. I really like this guy.
All right.
Good.
So I then go a little bit further in, and So what can I see from here? Obviously, Jazen looks like he's
From
got
here you
something going on. Over there.
I don't even think you could. You might be able to see Jason from here. You probably wouldn't be able to see Jason, but you would be able to see at least one of the clay gladiators down in the pit. You'd probably see the top of them. Keep in mind, this pit is 20 feet deep.
One about that way, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you'd be able to see that there's action. You'd be able to see that it's in some sort of battle action, happening.
Gotcha.
You would now be able to see Roland and Turna to either side of you.
Right.
Turna's shooting down into the pit. Roland.
Let me see what I can do real quick here to assist the melee. Besides the fact that I've used my other action. Let me see if I got a secondary. Yeah, I don't think I got much of anything going on here, unfortunately. I'm gonna hang out right here. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Recto Kildo.
Recto Kildo. I'm gonna slide to my east.
Actually, before you go, I'll say Orvex poked his head around and said, "What's going on in there?"
Yeah.
That's all he did.
Bad things, man. Bad things. And
Thanks, Orvex.
I'm gonna slide to the east 2 spots.
Yep.
And I'm gonna keep sunbolting the thing that I was sunbolting before. The mid,
Right,
I guess.
so,
Clay Golem 1.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and so for now, I know which one you're talking about, but moving forward, you're gonna have to.
Yeah,
kind of
the one.
Yeah.
One in the center is 2. The one in the north, or the one in the center is 1.
Yeah, no,
One to the
I mean,
north of it
I
is
know
2.
which one I'm targeting.
The
I
one
just
to the
want,
south is 3, and the one at the back is 4.
Yeah.
Troy, that's our notation.
No, I know, but I want you guys to kind of ping it for me.
Right.
So I can
Yep.
Track your version of that.
I'm gonna fire on him.
Okay, and that does hit.
I keep firing on him. Choo choo.
That also hits.
And then I'm gonna use a key point. Fire on him 2 more times. Choo choo.
It does not hit. It goes wide and hits the wall. And that one as well.
Mm.
And yeah, that's all I can do. I'm done.
All right. So Turna is going to seize this one down below. Kind of shield bashing against Jazen. Pulls out 2 more arrows to fire. Misses the first one. Does hit with the second one.
Thank you, Red Shirt.
And that's all she will do. Jason, it's your turn.
Okay. I will take the disengage action. Move back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to can I move my own token? Orvex is in my way.
No, it doesn't. You can move past him because he's a friendly.
Well, nice knowing you, Orvex. And then I will take a bonus action to do second wind,
Okay.
which I will post.
Is that the spot that you were planning to be in?
One further back than that, actually.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
That you can draw. Bonus action. Okay, so 1d10 plus 6. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Brutal.
Things are
Brutal.
going very badly for me. Okay.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
12 plus 6, yes, 18, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else to do.
All right. Roland, your turn.
Hope you guys weren't too attached to Orvex. He's gonna get steamrolled.
Where is he?
He's in the tunnel.
Oh God.
What
I-
tunnel are you guys referring to? Well, maybe I wouldn't know because I'm not.
You wouldn't know, but he's done.
So Andy, you go down the steps here.
Uh-huh.
You loop around this way.
So there's a tunnel. So
And there's a tunnel that takes you this way. And you come through here.
So to be clear, Roland wouldn't know this.
Oh, Roland. Yep. Nope. You don't know that. Forget everything I just told you.
Andy now knows it, but Roland is ignorant as to the fact that Orbex is now a pile of roast beef.
And Zygmundo also would not know this information, nor would Turna.
As Jazen pushed by, he would
All
say,
three of you can see that there is
Orbex,
a tunnel.
Run!
All three of you can see that there is a tunnel entrance here, and a tunnel entrance here, and a tunnel entrance here.
As I push by, I would scream for him to run. Run away.
All right. He starts screaming. He's like screaming in solidarity. Like you run by him screaming, and he goes, "Ah!"
Yeah.
He doesn't even know what.
No,
he doesn't
I
even
mean,
know what he's screaming about, but he's
if
like,
he
"All
saw
right."
me hauling ass, all cut to shit, he would definitely be alerted to the fact that something was bad.
I'm looking at one thing real quick.
Sure.
Because I've got to make sure things fit in sizes here. Okay, I'm gonna try this. Well, large. Large takes up how many spaces does a large?
It's a
creature?
2x2 grid.
It's a 4.
Hmm?
Fuck. Okay. Well, I don't have anything ranged to do anything to these guys. So, well, I have nothing I can do anything to, and I'm not going down there. I will cast a. I will do Moonbeam
Okay.
on this one.
Okay.
Actually, I can do it on this one. This
this
one
one right here?
closest one closest to me.
Closest one closest to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got to make a con save. It looks like. So he fails that. So he's
he
gonna
takes
take
the
15
15.
damage. Yep.
Dude, that's the best moonbeam roll I've ever seen.
Okay. And
It's like the second time I've used the ability.
and that beam is still like it just sits there, right? And I think
It just sits there, and I can move it as an action.
Okay, so let me go ahead and draw a little thingy here for us. I'll move that thingy. Okay.
Causes searing pain. I want to emphasize that.
Searing pain. All right.
Searing pain.
And so this beam of light kind of comes through the ceiling, right? So there's this large skylight in the ceiling with just open to the air.
So I also want to emphasize that they do get to make a save on it because that's
They did.
okay.
Cool. And it hits the automaton, and you see kind of some of its carapace just start to kind of get damaged and dinged and like it's breaking down and cracking. Is that the end of your turn?
That I'm gonna move over to give Zig some space. He wants to come in.
Thank you.
That will be the end of my turn.
Politely step to the side.
Yeah, that'll be it.
All right. So this clay gladiator is going to 5, 10, 15 come here and sees Orbex in the way, and he is going to attack Orbex.
Oh boy.
With the shield bat.
Bye,
That
Orbex.
does hit.
Oh god.
Hits him for 10 damage. And,
Our poor engineering red shirt.
and he is going to
down
make
he
a
goes.
strength saving throw.
One of you guys can
He-
read languages, right?
Fails that, so he is now prone.
Prone. Yeah.
And the gladiator is going to approach Jazen as he steps over Orbex's body, and he's going to shield bash you.
Christ.
So go ahead and take, unless you have some mitigating, 10 points of damage.
Okay. Man, I really like this guy.
Oh, all right. And he's also going to swing his spear. That hit?
No.
All right. So that's the end of his turn. So Recto, Roland, and Zigmundo, what you all might have noticed is that as he stepped into this tunnel, the hands of one of the hands of this particular statue up here, which were lit up and glowing, have now diminished and are no longer glowing.
Oh my god.
We have to kill them in the fucking pit.
In the pit. How the hell am I gonna get around this thing?
All right. So, let's see. So this this gladiator to the south that has the moonbeam on him, he's gonna move out of the moonbeam. He's gonna you see him grasp, like his like hands kind of do this weird motion and kind of, and he grabs onto the wall surrounding the doorway around the tunnel that the other gladiator just went in, and he starts to and in a very like spider-like way climbs the side of this very smooth-looking wall as he climbs and maneuvers his way through the bars up to the top floor. As he arrives, you see another one of the statue's hands fade out. He moves 5 feet south, and he is going to shield bash Roland.
Hits. That's a strength.
That is a strength saving. Oh, all right. So you are now prone.
Cool.
Cool.
So he will now use his spear with advantage.
Yep.
Right, and one more time.
This might be it. No way. Hold on.
24 plus
9,
9. 33 altogether.
12. Another. Yeah, 8.
Okay. This clay gladiator here also spider climbs up the wall. 5. All right, and he's got his two-handed spear and will swing it forward at Recto.
Yeah, that
Does not
hits.
have a damage, by the way, but that for 14. He's gonna do it again.
That hits.
These fucking rolls, man.
And I'm down.
Oh,
All
God.
right.
TPK, guys.
Yep, we're done. Good thing Nick's
And-
power went out.
TPK. We're fucked.
He is gonna make another attack. Yeah. It doesn't matter. So in this case, it's at a failed death save.
Yep, that's one failure.
Yep. All right. And this fourth one climbs to 20, 25, 30. All right, and is going to attack Turna here. And he's going to shield bash her.
Maybe
hit.
Orvex can tell our story if he makes it out of here.
She takes 12 damage.
The rolls is like we're just losing on rolls so hard. It's the
Plus
last
7.
2 nights.
It's got a +7 to attack.
So do we, though. Like, so do we, but we
Yes,
don't hit.
19,
Not on the
12,
AC.
18, 14.
AC is what it is.
No, but I'm saying, when we attack, we have +6, +7 on all our attacks,
Yeah.
but we don't hit.
True. +8. Yeah. Well, I mean, we weren't.
Alright.
I don't know. 4 of these would have been a tough order, even at full sort of muster. And we're down a dude and lots of health. I think we're all gonna die.
So what's the movement speed on these golems? I'm just wondering.
Regular, probably.
Probably like 30 or so.
Yeah.
Well, 30 means they can't. They
20 up the side of the pit and 10 in either direction.
30 would mean they can't climb and attack as well.
It's an automaton. Doesn't necessarily.
Automaton.
Well, that's why I'm asking what the movement speed is. But anyway,
You don't know the answer to that.
Yep.
I don't know the answer to that.
That is a mystery you will ponder with your dying breath.
I mean, I could look it up on D&D, but
It is what the GM says it is, man. It's his world. We're just bleeding to death.
We're dying in it.
All right. All right, so that was a pretty brutal turn for you guys.
yeah, we're dead. That's why.
Not looking
You're
good.
dead.
Well, the only people who can res people are dead. That's the problem. So
We can stabilize, but yeah, we don't have enough damage to like
All
live.
right. So Zigmundo, it's your turn.
I'm freaking out.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Freaking out, man.
You see that so Turna and Roland both are Turna, Roland, and Recto are the only people you can see. They're all engaged, and all 3 of them are on the floor.
Roland, I'm sorry, Recto already has 2 failed saves, correct?
He has 1.
1.
Okay. This is not going to be good. Shit. That movement really fucked me for what I was trying to do. I don't know. Okay. Sorry. We're gonna throw a fireball in here. That's about what I got. Anything else is just too risky here. I'm gonna. All right. So let me set this up. So I am gonna hit fireball right in this. Right there.
Okay.
It has a 20-foot radius. All right. So
Okay.
yeah,
They'll hit everything in the room.
Down
Yeah.
I go.
No, it would, so,
You're not gonna get hit.
Yeah, you won't get hit.
Well, no, it doesn't go through walls,
It doesn't go through walls. Oh, okay.
but it does go around corners.
Right, but it doesn't have enough.
Right. So I can't see anything, left of this line. Okay, so I don't know what's going on there. So, but that's that. Anyway, throwing a fireball right there, and
Ooh. Okay.
I'm very, very sorry, everybody.
All right. Should we start with the gladiators?
Let's.
Yep. All right. So the top one is going to trying to make it save. It fails, so it takes the full 33. The bottom left one fails, and so it'll take the full 33. And the bottom right one succeeds, so it'll take half, right?
Yeah. So it rolled
So I think
22.
that's
15
and
was
rounds up, so 17. Okay. All All right, so Recto, it's another death save for you.
Yep. So I just miss it, right?
Yeah, you just miss it. Roland, I don't think it's going to matter for you.
Doesn't
So I think
matter.
you
I'm
just,
down.
So you're down. So let me actually mark you guys not as dead, but as down. Make it easier to see. Turna is going to attempt to make this. I think she has disadvantage because she's prone.
Why would she? Oh, she failed her.
Yeah, would not have
Hardly
mattered.
matters.
So she takes the full 33.
She's down as well. Yeah.
She's not. She is prone. All right.
Is
See,
that
so
everybody?
that's everybody that well.
I'm
make
still
sure
alive
you
with 10
missed
hit
yourself.
points.
Yeah, you missed yourself. Okay.
Thank you for checking that I
Tell our
outside of that radius.
story, Zygmundo.
All right. So
Unreliable narrator. that
so-
would be.
so Orvex and Jazen just hear this enormous explosion, and the building itself shakes as dust falls from the ceiling. Orvex stands back up,
Please
runs,
have a
and jumps onto
superpower.
onto the back of the clay
Please have a
gladiator.
hidden superpower.
I don't think anything's gonna be too impressive, but he does pull out his. He has a little short sword, and he will stab it towards the gladiator. He doesn't have advantage, so he misses. He will try this one more time.
Oh my god.
Misses. All right, Recto. This could be
Whoa,
it.
whoa,
Okay.
hang on.
Oh, you had it. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize your turn wasn't over.
I didn't say it was.
Okay.
We're usually pretty good at that. Well, I cannot take any more actions.
Mhm.
I can still do the Zygmundo flee. Yeah, I'm gonna back my ass up 2 spaces. And
Okay.
that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. I'm glad you stopped us for very important.
Hey, I wanted you to know I'm being fair.
Okay. Oh my god, you made it. So that's mark 1 success.
Wow.
Yeah, until the thing hits me one more time and then I'm dead. So
We'll see. Probably
doesn't
be-
really matter.
Yeah, it'll come back for you after it kills me.
No,
Okay.
no, I have one next to me that's gonna kill me. So
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you're probably dead then. Especially since all its visible targets have now fled.
All right. So Turna is going to take is going to look around and say, "Fuck." She'll take she'll stand up, take the disengage action, and start to flee.
Tell our story. Well, it's just us 3 then. We can take some solace. We did our best.
All right, Jazen.
All right. Well, inspired by the old man's sudden burst of courage, I will take my standard hits at this statue here.
Okay.
Increasingly winded though they may be.
Okay, that does hit. So does that. That one misses.
Wow. 17 AC. Tough.
He's
Okay, and then I will take a I'll use
he's just about bloodied.
just about bloodied. We're so done. And then I'll use a disarming attack.
Okay.
For an extra
Alright,
2
so
damage, and if he fails to save, then his weapon goes away. Oh my god.
he's not gonna fail a save. They don't do that.
Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. Christ. 15 exactly.
All right.
If only I'd made it to level 8.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Baboom.
Yeah. Mark 1. That's your second failure, I believe. No,
That's
no,
my
actually,
first
that's your first failure. First failure. Okay. Is that the end of your turn? Well, I mean, I guess that's
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
go
the
open
Clay
a beer.
Gladiator.
Yeah, go
Turn-
get your drinks. I think I'm
Yeah.
just about ready to get some drinks myself.
Clay Gladiator turns and takes his spear, jabbing it towards Orvex.
It misses?
No, that hits.
No, no, poor old man.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to break character or anything. Or like.
Yes, you are.
I mean, how big are the gladiators?
Big enough to kill you.
Uh,
He said they were a
I'm
little
asking
over
the
6 feet.
DM, Hillers. Please be quiet.
He
Little
already
over
said a
6 feet.
little over 6 feet.
They're how big?
About 6 feet.
And they can squeeze through a 2-foot hole in the
Yes, they can.
grate.
Robots, man.
No.
Robots.
They're made of clay too.
Yep. A medium or smaller creature can easily slip between the bars. It's in the book.
And they're medium.
They are
They're the same
medium.
size as us. They're
They
very
have to be like
set
10
sizes.
feet tall to not be medium.
To be large.
That's
yeah,
the problem. That's the problem I'm having because I can't change into anything or really summon anything because everything's fucking big.
That's why I was asking if you could be 1,000 snakes.
You know, I'm about to get turned into 1,000
Alright.
drops of blood.
So Orvex drops as the spear sticks into his gut. And then he turns around and swings the spear one more time at Jazen.
Wow. I can't even use my defense to block these. How much?
Oh my god.
Down I go. Exactly.
That was exactly at one less damage, and you would have
Weird how
fallen.
that works out. It's really weird.
So many 1-point differences. Yeah. Skull, old man.
Okay. This gladiator comes down here
And he lives to murder
Uh,
others.
to attack Turna. And he is going to try to shield bash her. That will hit, and she will try to stay up. She does, but she's going to take 9 damage. He attacks her with a spear. And that'll hit.
Fucking rolls.
Nothing under 17.
Down. And he will step forward one more from the top of her body and take one swing at Zigmundo.
No, no.
Actually, he will pull his shield out and try to bash Zigmundo.
It misses.
Okay. All right. This gladiator crawls back down to the bars. To there. This gladiator also back down through the bars. And to there. And this gladiator goes to there.
Just kill me.
Right.
Just kill me. God damn it.
It's not the way they would do it, man.
I know.
They've got a they don't
Their
have any
little
emotion.
scanner has assessed you as not a threat.
Zigmundo, it's your turn.
In a elfish panic and high-pitched scream, I look right at the guy as I Kamehameha my hands out and just shoot a lightning bolt straight through this guy.
Okay.
It's nice that we're all dying together in a bloody heap. I like that part.
All right. So dex save here.
It's like the longest prologue
Misses
ever
it.
for our next party.
Okay. He takes 34 points of damage. The lightning
Whoa.
infuses his body, blasts through to the other side, impacting the column behind it, but nothing else seems to be in the way.
Nice hit, though.
Okay. Yeah. Perfectly fine. I'm going to I'm not going to risk the attack of opportunity. I'm going to stick exactly where I am, I think.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, Recto.
Good luck, man.
So Recto, you struggle to try and get back up, but you feel it's just too much. Your body's taking too much damage as you feel the last breath leave you.
Dude.
Rip.
Down goes Recto. Oh, that's sad. The sound of all D&D deaths. I will prep mine soon.
It's a good thing he's got 37 characters already backed up.
All right.
I don't. I thought he would live forever.
Turna.
I'm so excited.
Turna's gonna make a death save here. It's a Constitution save, is really what it is, right?
Maybe I'll be that frog guy that Anthony was.
I don't know.
Or is it just a straight D20? Is there any bonus on
To death saves?
Him, it's no, it's 0 and mod. I don't. Maybe it's
a?
strength.
She lost it anyway. She failed that,
Hmm.
so she's got one.
Hiller's is the only one with plus the strength, so he's the only one we could tell. Everything
So
else is sitting
much
at 0.
plus to strength. It didn't save me in the end.
Okay, so Turna's got one failure here. So let me sorry, I need to write that down.
Looks like I should have saved that inspiration point.
Okay, Jazen, you got no saves or success.
Yeah, zero to both.
So that's one success.
I want to live.
Nice.
Roland,
Huzzah.
one success. All right, the Clay Gladiator is going to attempt to shield bash Zigmundo.
Oh,
Wait, that's his attack?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Jesus
damage.
So I'll hit you
Christ.
for 8 and go
But
and make
there's a strength
saving
save coming up, which I can't imagine you're totally proficient in.
So I take 8.
Take 8 and you make a strength saving throw.
Oh, I have to make a strength saving throw?
Mm-hmm. Or you go prone.
Strength.
Which
Jesus
is
Christ.
bad.
Oh,
yeah, get it.
All right. See? All right, he swings his spear out towards you.
oh, that hits.
Yep. Hits you for 11.
Oh, here come the punches.
All right, this could be it. Let's see. He swings one more time. Is that hit?
No, it misses.
Oh,
Okay. All right. You see, you hear this kung, kung, kung as the gladiators start to head back inside the eastern alley. Eastern tunnel. That'll be their turn. So Zigmundo, it is your turn.
This. This guy I can tell is bloodied, right?
He is not bloodied.
He's not
He's
bloodied.
he's pretty close. You can tell he's taking a lot of damage, but
It's bad. It's so bad.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so bad, dude. It's like it's like a horror movie prologue in here. It's very, very bad.
Um. Oh my god. I gotta flee. That's what I gotta do. I can't. I'm gonna. Holy shit! All right. Well. All right. So okay. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to give me 1 second here. Crap. Okay, yeah, no, we're not gonna risk this shit. I'm just gonna hit him with a level 2 magic missile.
you're gonna stay there in melee range.
No, I mean, so okay. Fuck. No, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna flee. I'm gonna use a flee action.
Okay, so there's a disengage action
Yeah.
that makes you not be able to be you're immune to attacks of opportunity basically.
Right. Okay.
And then you can move.
Now I'm going to run southernly as far as my little elfish feet will carry me.
So
Pitter patter of elfish.
as you start to run away, you look over your shoulder and you see that the clay gladiator looks at you for a moment and then turns around. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes, my turn. I'm out.
Okay. So Orvex is going to make a death saving throw.
Come on, guy. Yay!
One success for him. Okay, and Turna is going to make one.
Ooh,
Second failure.
not as good.
Jazen.
Hmm.
Okay.
Is
Mark.
that fail one?
Fail one. Success one,
Okay.
fail one.
Roland,
We
I
are
think you
right
have,
on the knife's edge.
Roland, you have how many?
That's 2 failures, 1 success.
Okay. All right, so this gladiator here,
Some party across the
inside.
country needs to start failing super bad right now.
doesn't look at any of you, just climbs right down the side, through the bars, down into the pit. That is his turn. Zygmundo.
Yeah, I'm coming. So he's down into the pit. I saw him go into the pit.
He's down into the pit. Yeah, you see him descend. You see him just like start to climb down. He doesn't seem to be paying any attention to you or anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the entrance. I'm gonna move myself.
Okay, go for it.
I'm back into here, and what I'm doing is I'm paying attention to see if he makes any action or I hear any action of him coming back toward me.
You can't see him. You cannot see him, but go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. Two.
No, you don't know, but you can't see him. You don't hear anything unusual though.
I'm gonna take my last 10 feet. I'm gonna move up right here.
Okay. You can see him down in the pit as you lean over. He doesn't seem to be looking at you. He's facing eastward. He's clearly headed for the tunnel.
Okay, it's my turn.
Okay, Orvex and then Turna. Orvex's second success.
Nice. What a hardy old dude.
And unfortunately,
Turner's dead.
yeah, the breath leaves Turna's body. And she's gone. Jazen. You got how many of each?
One of each. 2 fails.
Failures. Okay.
All right.
Rolling.
Nope.
Oh God. That's 2.
You- Mhm.
2
Yeah,
down.
You hear a wolf howling in the distance as Roland succumbs to his injuries and slips away. The last of the clay gladiators re-enter the tunnel, and you hear a chink, 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 as the gate descends and closes. Sigmundo.
I'm knowing that the only place I can see is up over here, and knowing that that Jazen's somewhere in here, I'm gonna dash my ass over there.
Okay. Let's see.
Well, I mean, I gotta go this way.
You can get to him. No, you can. The bars are pretty big. You can get across. You can just barely make it to him.
Okay. I've got a healing potion. I rip open his jaw and I shove what I can down into it.
That's an interact with object, right?
I'll give it to you for a bonus action here.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Right, yeah.
Thank you, sweet DM. Thank you.
You just kind of like bash the top off and just splash it in. It's not
pretty.
done nicely. Not pretty.
I mean, that's what I got. That's my turn. I don't even know how to handle this right now.
So go ahead and roll for the health. I think it's
2d4 plus.
Yeah. So healing potion is where'd it go? Healing potion of healing is 2d4 plus 2.
Wow. I really expected to die there. Really, really. I'm very grateful. Thank you for saving Jazen.
all right. That's the end of your turn. Let me roll 4 bucks real quick. He gets a failure.
Yeah, we should try to
2
save
successes,
him
1
too.
failure. Jazen, it's your turn.
I'll move over and try to stabilize Orvex. At least so he
Okay.
doesn't have to take any more fails.
Okay, so you stabilize him, and he's still in rough shape. You can see where his ribs have been broken. He's got several gashes and
So
a
I
deep
try
wound
to
in his torso.
gently lift him and then use whatever movement I could to get it back out the tunnel. So let's see, that'd be 5. So I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Can I assume you and Zygmundo are both going to leave at this point?
Yes.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, I'd come back to gather the bodies of my party and then take a long time to like bury them and mourn them, but I'm not going back in the pit anytime soon. And I
Okay.
think it'd be at least a couple of days of us like tending our wounds, burying our friends, thinking about what happens now, you know?
Okay, so you lift Orvex up, and he's surprisingly light. He's a relatively
He's a tough old bastard. And
he's
now one of my new
thin
favorite
old
friends.
And when you carry him out, you and Zygmundo, probably a solemn departure. You pass by bodies of Rakdo and Roland and have to nearly step over the corpse of Turna as you make your exit. But you do exit into the early afternoon sun in Omu. And maybe we should pause it here for a bit.
Yeah, I don't even know where to go from here. I mean, I can't imagine we're engaging in any meaningful combat or anything at this point.
Hey, man. Hey,
Oof.
Mike and Andy, that's brutal, guys.
Are they even still on chat, or are they just blindingly drunk now? I'm actually gonna go get a beer. That was a lot.
I'm back. Heller's you alive or dead?
Hiller's is alive.
Hiller's lived.
Nice job, Hiller.
Yeah, that so this was I knew this was going to be a tough fight, but gosh, the rolls were
It wasn't a
against them
fight.
pretty
It was a
hard.
fucking massacre.
Man, I mean, we've been in trouble a lot.
Like, it wasn't even close. That wasn't even a
Not
fight. Like we
that
just
wasn't even a fight. That
No,
was
we
a-
just got-
that was a brutal.
we just got murdered.
massacre.
Like there was no fight about that. We just got destroyed. Like we provided no offense, no attack, no anything
Felt
to that
so
fight.
foolhardy
And we
having
just
gone in
got
there
destroyed.
myself. After the first round, I was like, I can't take this at all. You know what I mean? I was like totally relying on maybe somebody has an idea by just backing up.
I couldn't do dick because
and
I
trying
couldn't.
to take one at a time. Yeah, you couldn't. I mean, yeah, you're being large most of the
I
time.
couldn't
was
summon a fucking
really
thing.
Hampered.
I was
Yeah.
gonna conjure animals, but what was I gonna do? Conjure 14 fucking raccoons? Like it doesn't do us any good.
14 raccoon. You should conjure that sometime. That sounds
Well,
No,
not gonna
No,
happen
he
now.
can't. He can't anymore.
no longer. You got a backup character, Andy?
No.
Wow, man. Wow. What you had any thoughts about what you might want to be? I mean, I know Meryl has thought about this extensively.
No,
Like-
I'll have to. And tomorrow's gonna be a shit day, but I'll have to look into it this week. I don't know when.
There are some fun things out there for
Yeah,
sure.
well, Druid was fun.
Yeah, I mean this is
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
Part
It's
of
part of-
D&D.
Shit happens, man.
I mean, honestly, this was
Listen,
like
It is what
right,
it is. Now I
right
get
up
to
there
start
with like
something
the
more fun.
season 7 premiere of The Walking Dead for me. You know, it was like watching
mean-
Abraham and Glenn go down.
I mean,
Boom, boom, and I was like, oh my god, no way. I mean, I thought I would die. I didn't think you guys would die at all.
Well, don't get me wrong. I loved turning into animals, and it's gonna be hard to beat that. But that's kind of the fun of this game. There's 4,000 different builds, so
Yeah.
now I get to
That
kill
octopus
something else.
mechanic was very fun. I loved how you were like always when things got shitty, you were always an octopus. That was you'd be like, uh-oh, shit's jumping
never got
off.
the- I
Here's a
never-
bunch of octopi.
I never got the chance. I wanted to be able to summon, two Allosaurus. No, it'd be an Allosaurus and then me as an Allosaurus.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I'm so
But
sorry
I never
we never got to see that.
I mean, there's no room to do anything like that.
No. I mean, there's nothing if you love the class, there's nothing preventing you making another one.
Nah. I'm gonna do something
Yeah.
different. I want to do something different.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wondering as I was
we
lying there
need
bleeding out.
some more. We need some more either CC or some kind of sustain.
I was thinking
don't
if I
have
was
every
bleeding
going
out, maybe I'd go
weird.
like a different kind of
We
fighter.
we
like
have
a
CC
full-on
with our
fighter.
bard. He has a ton of CC.
It doesn't always hit.
No, I mean CC was
Well,
our
it doesn't
was our
hit when
hallmark
he's not here either. That's the other problem.
before this. I mean,
I
we
don't-
fought
I
a
don't
giant
blame
King
him for not
Kong,
being
and
here,
it
but-
never even got an attack.
I'm not blaming
You know
him
what I mean?
either. I'm just saying it's like perfect storm. Like we just got fucking
Mhm.
destroyed by this
Everything
thing.
went wrong. Everything went wrong.
The rolls,
right.
the
Well,
rolls
this
went
time-
wrong, and like everything went wrong. Like it was.
Someone's gonna have to show me how to set up the new kind of character sheet. 'Cause I'm still working off the absolute original one. Like I don't even have the advantage on and off button on my current character sheet.
It's actually much easier now. They have this thing called the Character Mancer built in, so it's got like the
Okay.
Character
wizard kind of thing.
So you'll
me
give
go
us
ahead.
you'll give us a token thing to
Let
set
me-
up at some point.
let me
And,
go
I mean,
ahead
I don't
and
need it.
do
I don't need
this.
it. I don't need it now.
Well,
but
I might as well do it right now so you guys can kind of see it. So I'll call this.
I got an hour and a half here to work on a new character.
I have an hour. I have to get drunk, so I'm sorry. I'm not going to work on a character right now. I'm just going to drink.
That's completely reasonable. So Andy, you should be able to see.
Hey, my
Yeah,
favorite.
Hold on,
my
Hillers,
favorite
Hillers,
Recto
hold on,
memories-
hold on, Hillers.
Oh, sorry.
Wait a second.
I was gonna eulogize
Fine.
Recto if
There we go.
Mike was leaving.
So Andy, you
Oh,
should
the
be
new
able to see it
character.
there for
Okay.
you.
Cool.
And let me do the same thing for Mike.
It's just standing on the edge
Rogers
of a
is
fucking
throwing.
pit.
Rogers is throwing bot. Hey, listen, man, I walked in to see what was going on.
That's all I was doing. I just wanted to help Steve or Jason a little bit. That's all I wanted to do.
Sorry, man. I led you to your doom. And Nick's gonna beat me in Dynasty too. Dagger.
Yeah. So I would say that over the course of the next hour or so after you guys left the shrine, you'd be able to pull Recto and Roland's bodies out from the shrine, gather into an impromptu camp outside the shrine. Orvex will be still significantly injured, but will have eventually regained after an hour.
All right. So maybe we can spend some of next week's early session eulogizing these two, and maybe during the week figuring out what the hell we we should even do from here to like proceed. You know, it's like we had a plan. That plan is compromised, right, by multiple deaths. So
Yep.
um,
And the brutal thing, of course, the Tomb of Annihilation is the saving throws are harder. to get,
sure,
right? And of course, resurrection magic isn't really working.
right. Yeah. Otherwise, we might have like looked for something. Would I mean, given the rolls though, I don't know. Yeah. No, I mean, there's like a 12 in there. I'm looking back over the death saves to see if even the 10 would have made a difference. And like not in all cases.
It's not that. It's that if you can cast a resurrection spell on somebody, what does that do?
Something can come back, like a
Well, it's both.
revivify.
Right? It's both. It's it's easier to actually regain consciousness. Like the odds are actually in your favor normally, but in Tomb of Annihilation, the odds are against you. Once you go down, you're more than likely going to die. And then once you die,
Unless you have somebody who can just touch you as a cantrip and bring you back up, which we had. But that person went down. So
They did.
then what do you do?
Die.
Then
Well,
that person
I could have
dies.
revived. I could have revived.
And then
too,
the
but then I
well,
would've
you're like,
died.
oh, well, that's okay because we have another healer in the party. But then also that person was also
He's gone.
unconscious.
Power outage.
So
well, no,
that's
it's
when
just-
I knew it was over. I was like, all right, well, bye bye
Roland
Recto.
Recto
All those plans I had,
Recto.
they were fantastic. But
The two of us needed to be able to stay alive because we're the only ones that could revive somebody. Not revive them, but
other than our
Steve
bard, who
Wilson
also
from
has some
Fifty
healing
Shades of
spells,
Dark.
but he was unfortunately
Right.
not here, and
He's not here. Yeah.
I guess
I
he's
mean,
not
that's
gonna.
what you're saying. Perfect storm, man. It's like things aligned poorly for us this evening, for sure. I will prepare.
Welcome to my day today, by the way. I mean, you start with you
I'm
start
week
with
one of a
anything from
fantasy
fantasy
league where you
football to
lost.
my kids shitting in their pants. Like this
Oh.
is how my day has gone. It's
Wow.
this is how my
Mike.
Sunday has been. It's been
Oh, sorry,
fantastic.
Hey, Mike,
If Nick
can
was
you do
here, he
one-
would have just fucking probably healed me, and I'd have been up, and I'd have been fine. But he wasn't here, and so I died.
You might not have been fine, man. That was a bad.
I might not have been
match.
fine, but I might have been, conscious. So
Alive, maybe.
Hey, Mike, can you do
Maybe.
me one favor real quick? Can you just roll 3d20?
Really? What?
3d20. Backslash roll 3d20.
Why would I do that?
Because he
Forward
asked you
slash
to,
roll.
man. Be polite.
And sure, you can roll 3d20 too, though. It's the same thing.
I know, but I want you to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it. It has to be from your hand.
Wouldn't matter. Okay.
Man.
The thing I was thinking is that in retrospect, I don't think that the automaton would have hit you when you went down. So I wanted to see if you would have gotten enough success.
I got 2 out of 3 right there.
Yeah, but that 4 is what would have ultimately killed you if you hadn't have had that, because you got an automatic failure from the automaton. But that
Okay.
4,
That's 1.
in your third.
Your other one came from the thunder.
The fireball.
You
He's
rolled a
okay.
fail. You got the fireball,
Oh yeah, the fireball. Yeah.
and then the 4 would have killed you before the
Yeah.
17 and 20 could have saved you.
Man, I bless you, Troy, for continuing to try to think of ways to keep him up. I mean, it's like, oof. You know, that was savage. Which of your backups do you like the most, Mike? Like, I know you had something you were really thinking would be cool.
I don't know.
Okay, not the time. Too soon.
So I know you guys
All
aren't
right,
in the mood
talk
for it,
about
but
it later.
I do want to, just for bookkeeping purposes, if you can do me one favor, Andy and Mike, if you can just open the new character sheet that I created for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Click onto the settings tab, the gear tab, the little gear icon.
Yep.
Bottom right says launch level 1 character mancer. That's what you're going to want to do. And that'll walk you through a wizard for creating the character.
I don't
By the
see.
way-
I don't see one.
So you got to. So do you have Mike's new character open?
I'm. Where is it?
It's inside of the player characters thing in the journal, called Mike's new character.
Oh yeah. Okay. What am I supposed to do?
Click the gear icon next to core bio spells.
Okay.
Bottom right, launch level 1 character man. So when you're ready, that's what you want to click, and that'll walk you through the wizard of setting up the new character.
Well,
And it does nice.
can I import? Like, I have characters in like a game that I created. Can I import a character?
Is it in a Roll20 game?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I do have a transmogrifier tool. That's literally what it's called. But I think I can only do that from games that. If you add me as a DM to that.
Yeah. So like, and it comes down to like, I don't know. I've created like 9 characters that I've imported in my library.
Sure.
And then I can theoretically, if the DM of this game has some level of access, I'm not sure what it is, they can import. If they've allowed that in our game, then I can import that character into our game. I just don't. I'd rather not build another character. I've built so many of them. I can't right now.
Sure. If you add me as a DM to that campaign, then I can import it. I don't know how you would do it.
Troy, by the way, check the chat until it's corrected. Let's take that as canon.
We'll keep recording for now.
I was muted.
I'll work on it tonight, and we'll figure out what's going on.
Meryl, if you actually pay for Roll20, you can move characters between the games that you're associated with.
Yeah, no, like that's what I did into Hiller's game. That's how we got Watson into his game. So,
let me look. Maybe it's a setting that I need to enable for you. I'm not really sure.
Again, we need to figure out a lot more than just how we import a character in, but how it actually works in our
Right. There's a lot to do before.
Yeah, let's not do that. You guys finish your night tonight. You finish whatever you're doing, and we'll figure it out.
Jason, while burying you,
I'm going to be really drunk in an hour. I just want you to know that.
A memento of you as a companion, and to do that, we'll take your hooded robe of water breathing off of you.
How are you going to do that? Because you're nowhere near me right now.
Well, when we go to bury your bodies.
I did say that that they were able to go back in sometime over the next hour and pull all 3 bodies.
Good.
Hey,
use it.
And Meryl, I do have
I'll use it in memory of you.
Characters, so I do have that enabled. So I just don't know how to do it.
Okay. I'll So I think when you invite me to a game, I think it gives me the option to import a character. So I'll let you know.
Sorry, man.
We'll figure it out. So don't worry about it. It's whatever. It's not like I loved Recto more than any character I've ever made before. So
I'm sorry, man. I feel your pain.
And this is probably not going to be the last time, guys.
I know this campaign is so much more
you.
brutal than I expected it to be. Congratulations, though, Troy. You've warned us many, many times, and
I was standing outside a fucking pit. That's all I was doing.
Troy is so loving and giving; he would never harm us. And then you told us basically, yes, I'm definitely going to harm you so much, and we were all like, yeah, okay, wink, wink, finger guns. And then to see this, I was like, it's a massacre! It's so upsetting. It was incredible. But bad. So bad. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and you guys were just in such a bad position that even
there was nothing to be done for us, really. I mean, the way I realize now, looking back, I was like, there was no saving us from the time we started tonight. You know what I mean?
No, there was, but the problem was
run the fuck away.
No. The problem was the rolls were really good. I got hit twice.
Yeah.
That was it. I got hit 2 times, and that killed me, and I was down, and that was it. Like if the rolls wouldn't have hit me 2 times, I'd have been out of there. I'd have been fine. I could have been able to get out, but no, that was it. So,
Yeah, and there were just enough of you and just enough of them that as soon as the tunnel got plugged up, there were still enough guys to crawl out of the pit because they had nowhere else to go.
I didn't know they could crawl out of the pit.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I was like, that's why I was like, I might die, but they'll be fine because of those sweet bars protecting them from any damage. And that was a fake out. That was a massive fraud. Oh.
Yeah, here, let me I'll post into chat here. This is from the book.
Yep. No, look.
I'm not saying you're cheating, dude. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not. No, Troy, Troy, you've been nothing but awesome about all this stuff. Like I'm not like, no. That was great. I mean, it was fine. That's what happens. The rolls just didn't work out. I mean, the rolls just didn't happen. What are you gonna do? It's in the end, it ends up being a game of dice rolls, and I lost. So
I feel for you, man. I can definitely sense you going through the stages of grief right now for your character. Really,
I don't blame anybody. It's no, it's just what happens.
Unaligned construct 17. Ugh. Christ. A climbing speed of 30 feet. Son of a bitch. And you described it well. I mean, it was terrifying and disturbing. Even though it was just mindless row. I mean, this was not the most vicious enemy that we fought. It's not
upside down ceilings, motherfucker. I was gonna get that spider wand out too.
That wouldn't have helped.
No.
No, it would not have.
No, that would have been terrifying.
That would have been very bad when you got shield bashed off a ceiling. I was really worried. So as you guys have now figured out, those gladiators won't leave the book, right?
Yeah.
I was really worried, Zygmundo, you were just gonna make a stand 2 feet outside the building and die right there.
Oh, that would have been tragic.
Like all you had to do was step 5 feet further away. And I was like, you're just gonna stay there.
I could see you suffering over it. I'm glad you did what you did, which was to save what you could, because there wasn't much left once they got into us.
So this is the the Froghemoth is the number 2 in Omu. This is the number 1 biggest killer in Omu.
Yeah, it's super deadly. So many attacks.
How did we absolutely shit stomp that frog and like?
Well, says you. The frog almost killed me for sure.
No, you were fine.
I wasn't fine at all. I got digested. I was. if not for some generous interpretation of the rules by the DM, I would have been dead then. I think.
No. So I re-looked that up, by the way, and restrained does still allow you to attack.
Oh,
It just
okay.
you would have had disadvantage on the rolls. So I don't know how that would have impacted things if at all.
We will never know.
Yeah.
I mean, my
And speaking of
mods are pretty good.
Speaking of rule clarifications, for Zigmundo, I was wrong about the spellbook thing. You do have to copy the spells over to your own spellbook in order to use it.
I'm sorry. Repeat that. What about the spell book?
So you found that extra spellbook, Taquam's spellbook.
Yes, I did.
You were correct in your prior assumption that you do actually have to copy the spells out of that book into your own spellbook.
Right. So, okay. So, how logistically, because I did say, "Hey, I'd like to take
Yeah.
this time to do that," and you said
Yeah,
no.
I know. So here's what I would say is, let's say that you managed to copy 3 of them over.
That makes that's okay because that's good for me.
And so pick the 3, whatever 3 you wanted to have copied over. This will be a freebie because we'll just say you did it previously. And then if you want to copy any furthers, you'll go through the mechanics.
All right. So I'm gonna destroy floating disc right now because that's useless to me. Okay. I will handle that logistically on my end.
All right. Yeah, I mean,
Hour off tonight, everybody.
yeah, brutal guys.
Regroup.
Sorry, this is the way it went. I'm glad that it wasn't a full TPK.
A full TPK. It looked like it might have
really
been
close.
perilously close.
That would have been a very interesting next week when Squawk is now the legacy character for a whole new team.
We were to my mind 1 roll away. The 1 shield bash that went maybe 2 attack rolls off of taking Andrew out.
Yeah.
On his way out before you managed to disengage and move away, he had 1 extra thing. It definitely might have taken you out. And
oh my god, the fact that I survived that shield bash was like
that could have done it. Yeah, that was.
You had what, 10 health left? How much health did you have left?
Me? Oh, what do I have right now? Hold on. It's stupid low. It's real low. It is. I currently have 3 hit points left.
Yeah, that would have definitely done it.
I had
plus
10 and it got me. They have plus
Yeah.
7 to their damage modifier, so they would only need to
would
hit you with anything.
have knocked you down. Yeah. So that was our last gasp. That was the only chance that we had left, was that didn't hit you. If that had hit you, Squawk would have come in next week to find his party massacred.
So I do want to point out here the fact that I did use that mage armor saved my ass on 3 different occasions.
That is true. That is true.
It was perfectly good RP to use the mage armor, not knowing what was going on in there.
Yeah, guys.
It was also mechanically good. Like, I don't think there's anything you could have done with that first action on that first turn that would have changed anything.
No, but that first
by
turn
using mage armor, you survived the battle.
Right, but that first turn was like, oh, I heard a commotion. Cool, mage armor. That second turn where I came in and everybody was still in the middle of the bottom of the pit, I didn't end up using a fireball or anything because I couldn't see half of them logistically, right? And then secondly, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm not just gonna go fucking nuke everybody in the middle of that. And if we all have to be better. If we're doing a retro on this, we all have to be better about communicating in character when shit's happening.
I was screaming.
You were screaming, but I couldn't see you. Right? Like, you weren't anywhere to be seen.
That's what you can do, communicating in character. That's our only requirement.
What do you mean be better about communicating? I don't understand what you mean by that.
So like, we obviously talk a whole lot out of character, but like, it's like, like, I'm choking, somebody fucking do something or whatever, right? Like,
well,
that's
if you're being choked, you probably can't. Never mind, not the time. All right, guys. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm gonna
it's
think
been-
Are
it
we
over.
calling it? We're done.
What else are we gonna do, man? I mean,
Finish
I
the
would-
night. You guys got D&D
Well,
to play.
I would like to try to find get Squawk, get him back from his patrols, get him his hut.
So I think the other lesson we learned tonight is
Take a
if
long
one
rest.
person is gone, we don't fucking play in this module, because like a bard tonight would have been extremely helpful. Like it's like
Yeah,
a guy who can heal us.
I'm hesitant to take that
Like,
lesson from it because it was.
No,
such
I'm
an-
gonna take that lesson from it, because if he was here, like if he had power, like he just randomly lost power, so he couldn't play tonight. He could have brought somebody back who was unconscious. He could have healed
but
somebody.
That's a lot of weeks that we're not playing if any one of us can't come.
To be,
No.
to be
A lot
clear,
of weeks.
No, I'm with you, but maybe
A lot of
if we love our characters that much, maybe that's a stipulation we want to set at this point.
Let's get a couple days distance from tonight's events and reassess.
To be clear, the
Fair.
module is balanced for 4 players, right? So
Well,
you can
really?
4 characters.
like what 4
Right.
characters is the module balanced for? Because we got fucking destroyed in
But-
about
but-
6 minutes. Like it was over.
It's still the loss is still raw. Let's spend some time this week and talk about. what
No,
we-
I'm not mad at Troy. I'm not mad I'm not mad at you, buddy. I'm not at all. But that's
He's
not.
getting drunk fast.
I'm not. No, I am.
know,
well,
I
maybe
know,
I
I
am.
know.
Maybe I am getting drunk
you
fast. But I'm
probably
like,
are.
but I'm just
can't
thinking, like,
see your
what could we
screen,
have
but I'm
done
guessing you
differently?
are.
I'm thinking to myself, what could we have done differently that would have changed that fight? And
Well,
there's
we
like,
started off on such a wrong foot for it. There were spell slots down. We were in bad position. We had HP missing. We didn't really investigate the temple prior to and that's on me, prior to engaging in like its direct boss fight. Like there are things that could have altered it in our favor. And now that some of us that are still living know how this works, we can position
how
ourselves.
nice for you. Yeah.
That's come on, man.
I know. I know. I'm sorry. That was a cheap shot. I'm sorry.
But so it's also, and I think this is one of the first times you're starting to see, like, it's also not like just a video game that scales to you.
Yeah.
Some, like, even though the book is balanced around 4-player party.
It doesn't expect them to live.
I don't think it is. But we have 3
Like,
healers.
if-
We have 3 healers in our party. 3 people who can bring people back from the dead, and one of them went out of power, or lost power tonight, so he could not participate in our game. And the other 2 went down quick for reasons of we're not real
reasons.
sure why they went down.
For
I mean, like it's like because we didn't think they golems could climb walls, like, and good rolls brought them down. And there was like, and then that point nobody could bring anybody back, and now there we are. So
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it over the week. Let's just get a minute. That's all I'm asking.
sure.
Okay. Fair.